Hello everyone and welcome to this new video about LinGo, and today we're going to see how to actually use the application to learn languages, and so how can you use it to with text. We're going to keep working with the text we used in the last video, which is these seven brothers, this excerpt from the seven brothers of Kiwi, and we will start by seeing how we can move between one word and another. So when you open the text in this menu, you will be greeted with the text like this. So the text is tokenized, as you can see, meaning that the text is split in words, and you can navigate it. You can navigate it using the arrow keys on the keyboard, which is up, down, left, and right. By moving right, you will move one word to the right. By moving left, you will move one word to the left, and down, you will move one word down, as you can see, and up, one word up. You can also move it Vim style. That means L to go to the right, H to go to the left, J to go down, and K to go up. And so we were talking about the tokenization of the text, and as you can see, the text is tokenized. This means that it is split in words, and this cursor that you're moving right now is used to basically have a current selected word on which you can do some operations on. In particular, you can go on a word and say, okay, I do not know this word. So you can mark it with red. In this way, you will remember that you have marked this word with a word that you do not know, and the program will remember it. So for example, if we go back and boot the text again, as you can see, the word is still red because it is stored locally on your machine. Even if I exit the program, by the way, you can exit the program Q, with Q that stands for quit. If I boot it again, I can go in and finish, and as you can see, the word is still red. Not only that, imagine that you also want to know what that means, because when you're reading a text, you want to understand what you're reading, and maybe a word that you do not know will, of course, make it impossible for you to understand what a phrase means. And so we can do that by pressing 5. By pressing 5, we will get the translation of the selected word down there, as you can see. In this case, the word means decided. And let's also see listen to the pronunciation, because imagine you're learning a language which is not, phonetic. Like, in order to listen to the pronunciation, you have to press the key 4.
Päätti.
And now this gives the pronunciation via ITTS API. I can also listen to the pronunciation.
Olentumaan.
And I can decide to just keep this word ignored, for example. Or, for example, I can listen to the pronunciation and say, okay, I know this word. I just want to listen to the pronunciation again. And I will say, okay, I know this word. I will put it as green. There's also another code. And by the way, to put a code of the word, you can use 1 to put it as red, which means I do not know this word. Then you have 2, and this means that you kind of know the word, but not really well. And then 3 to say that you know the word, and so that it will become green. And alternatively, you can press 0 and set it as ignored. The words are ignored by default, as you can see, and an ignored word will be displayed with a white color. So this is the basics of how can you work with this app. If there's any error going on, you will have it reported in the error flag down there. Now we have seen how we can move inside a page, but sometimes the text that we import can be very, very long, and it can be comprised of different pages. Now, to go to the next page, you will use the key D. You can move between pages with A and D. A to move one page to the left, and D to move one page to the right, like this. You can move pretty fast if you want. Now, imagine that we move a lot of pages, and well, you can move the cursor by hand. As you can see, the cursor position is moving on the top, but this can be very, very time consuming. So what I did, on the other hand, is that when we move pages, you can press M to move the cursor to the first word of the page. So imagine that I go to the last page. Okay, well, going 22 pages, moving manually the cursor from page 0 to page 22 will be pretty time consuming. But if I press M, I will just have the cursor ready to go on the first word of the page. And so now I'm ready to move and to navigate this page here. I'm ready to listen to the pronunciations.
Karjansa.
I'm ready to mark words as known or not known, and so on. So, with this said, this is the basics of how you can navigate a text. But now we'll also see how to make a dictionary file. To make a dictionary file, you just have to press F. And a dictionary file is the file that will allow you to export the words that you do not know into Anki flashcards. You can not only use Anki flashcards, you can also export it to, for example, many other flashcard systems, such as Memrise and other also web-based electronic flashcard systems. In the next video, we will see precisely how we can do that practically.